All right, here we go. We have Yhung T.O, formerly of the group SOB RBE.
What's happening, man?
Hey, man, listen. Currently of the group RBE,
you know,
as you can tell by the,
Facts.
you know,
RBE, man.
And then you got your people in the back. You got YB, you got Noonie.
Oh my gosh,
it is.
You know, but primarily the interview is with you today.
Yeah, T.O, man.
Okay.
On a solo tip.
Yep. Now we did a SOB RBE interview about 2 years ago, which ended up one of your biggest interviews.
Definitely.
Very dope piece.
Mm-hmm.
But now a lot of things have changed since last time. So I kind of want to get into that story, but I kind of want to lead up and sort of explain some of the logistics and some of the things that happened that sort of led to where we are right now. Now, SOB RBE were originally two groups.
Okay, on some shit, all right, so I've been with him since 3rd grade.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So that's how the RBE shit was started for really with me and him. And then I met D-Boy. And so me and him is really the ones who locked it in on some SOB RBE shit for real.
Okay. And RBE stands for Real Boy Entertainment.
Yeah, Real Boy Entertainment.
And SOB stands for?
Strictly Only Brother.
Okay. And the two groups kind of came together. Well, RBE started like around 9th grade, right?
RBE started, I was probably in about, I don't know, I'd say sixth grade.
5th, 6th grade.
5th, 6th grade.
Okay. And how long after RBE did the whole SOB thing kind of come together? Because SOB RBE was like 2016.
Mm-hmm. So I say like 9th grade. So say, or like not 9th grade, like 10th grade. Mm-hmm. So say like 10th grade. So we was fucking we linked up like 10th grade. I was in 10th grade when we linked up.
Okay.
Shit.
And all the members originally of SOB RBE, name them all. Yhung T.O.
Yhung T.O, The Boy, Slimmy B, and Lul G.
Okay. So you guys form, and you guys have a lot of success as a group. And we talked about a lot about that in the last interview, with the greatest piece of success coming from being on the Black Panther soundtrack.
Yeah, with Kendrick. For sure.
And since last time, we lost Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah. RP to a legend, man. To a legend.
So young, too, in his 40s.
And it's crazy because it's like the whole time, like people really never know what a motherfucker be going through behind the scenes. That's the crazy thing. Like, you feel me? Motherfuckers that just think they know, but you really never know. And he was really a legend because he didn't even show it. Like, you feel me? You would have thought that he was just cool. And then you remember when he did that last little Instagram live and he had lost the weight.
He looked
and
skinny.
Everybody was
clowning him.
Exactly saying all this and saying all that just cause like he looking skinny as he lost weight, and now like that's why like that internet shit
he had colon cancer.
Exactly.
This is why he was skinny. But even with colon cancer, he was actually going to hospitals and visiting sick kids. Mm-hmm. Even as sick as he was himself. Mm-hmm. Because
but he gave the biggest hope though. Like he showed like you could be going through all this and you could still accomplish all this in the world.
Yeah, and Black Panther really like set off a wave of like kind of African pride that you haven't seen since coming to America.
Definitely.
Everyone was Wakanda out.
Exactly. And then I loved it because they based like, you feel me, out of Oakland, out the Bay Area, the home of the Black Panthers. You feel me, the real, the black land,
Yeah. I mean, they were playing Too Short in the first scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Outside by the basketball court. Was it In the Trunk or something like that?
Uh-huh. We was, the anti song was supposed to be on there too, but where the Mozzie sleepwalking, but we ended up the producer ended up not clearing the beat. We couldn't get him to clear the beat. So we missed out on a big ass opportunity, but we still got to be on the soundtrack, so that was a good thing about it.
Yeah. So you guys go and you get on the Black Panther soundtrack, but there's also a bunch of big songs that you guys drop as a group. Mm-hmm. you know, and you guys had a lot of success. You guys were on the festival runs. You were
Rolling Loud,
yeah.
all that shit, man. Coachella, don't forget Coachella.
Yeah. And, you know, a lot of big songs under your belt. Calvin Cambridge, you know, like you said, Anti, Always, Lane Changing. These are all songs that are like 8 digits.
Classic.
On Spotify.
Classics. And most of them was recorded out of my garage.
Right.
Garage,
I mean, Paramedic got 130 million views on Spotify. Calvin Cambridge got like 50 million. This is just Spotify. We're not talking about Apple Music. We're not talking about YouTube. So hundreds of millions of people are fucking with this. So how did it feel? You guys are 4 broke kids coming out of the slums of Vallejo, and now you have hundreds of millions of people listening to your shit. You're on the big festivals, you're doing big shows, you're on the biggest soundtrack of the year of the biggest black movie damn near ever. Did it come with all good times, or was there problems that the success brought as well?
Man, it's like with anything in life, you gonna have a positive to the shit and you gonna have a negative to this shit. It's just what come with it. But like, we had great times with this shit. Like, you feel me? Like I said, we went Paramedic. Like, you feel me? The Kendrick, that was a great experience. Hella shit, Coachella, all kind of shit. It was great shit. You feel me? Nigga got to do hella shit for his family, you know, all that kind of shit. It was great shit. But at the same time, like, the way society is set up in America, it's destined for when you get any kind of success to have to, like Pac said, exit out the hood, because they set it up automatically to where everybody got less. Like, nobody, you feel me? Everybody's starving, you feel me? So once they see somebody with some, at the end of the day, they already got low self-esteem in themselves. They already don't got no self-love. So it ain't like they finna go get to it themselves. So they rather look at this person who got it and they feel some type of way about that. Because it's like, but what they should be doing is taking it as motivation and realizing, like, you feel me? I'm from the same spot as you. I'm doing the same shit as you, and so you could do it too. But instead, they look at it like you feel me? He got the glow. He, like, you feel me? They mad, like, nah, like, I gotta take him out, like, cause otherwise, it's going, what excuse they gonna have? You feel me? What excuse they gonna have to not succeed or do something for themselves? They ain't gonna have no excuse. So they rather take you out and not see somebody shine, so they could just stay doing what they doing and not do nothing at all. So that's just how it was set up from America to keep us like this, to that crabs in a bucket mentality. You feel me?
Yeah. I mean, as the success came, was it hard to keep coming back to Vallejo? Did you feel like...
Nah, it wasn't hard at all, because when the success came, I barely left. Like, you feel me? I was still living in the Bay Area. I was still in the hood every day.
Really?
Like, after, like, Paramedic, we went right back on the flight and went back to the hood.
Yeah? And that didn't cause
After
any
Coachella,
problems?
you feel me? We back in the hood. After everything, we back in the hood. And yes, it does cause problems.
Thank you. You know, like, not to say that I want anything remotely like this to happen to you, but I had interviewed FBG Duck twice. You know what that is? You know, from Chicago. On our first interview, he talked about how he got shot twice. And for 15 minutes, I was trying to convince him to move out of Chicago. And he was giving me every reason why he's going to be good and how he's not going to make the same mistakes as last time. Why stay in Chicago when these types of shootings are happening?
See, what it is with me, like, I got more in Chicago probably than they got more in Chicago. Like, it's shit that I gotta make sure I take care of here first before I do anything. Like, you feel me? Like, and plus, I ain't the type of motherfucker that want to go move to another city, because I don't trust nobody. You feel me? I don't trust new people. I don't want to hang around new people. I don't want no new friends, because I don't trust nobody. Yeah, motherfucker could turn fake on you anywhere. You can die anywhere. You can get shot anywhere. You feel me? But it's just like, in Chicago, I know better. You feel me? Like, I know what to do and what don't to do and what not to do. You feel me?
And about a month ago, he got killed in Chicago, in the Rodeo Drive, Fifth Avenue shopping area of Chicago, and in broad daylight. And I interviewed his mother, Lashina Weekly, who had lost 2 of her sons through gun violence, and she was crying on camera about her loss. And I hear the story too many fucking times of people who die just hanging out in the same city where they grew up in because it's so comfortable and it's so cool. But there's people out there that are starving, and they're seeing all these chains around your neck, whether you have them on today or whether they see them in the video. They know about the shit, and it makes them feel bad about themselves.
Yeah, for sure. They build up animosity and hatred towards you. Like, you feel me? Just like Boosie said. Like, that's what they do. That's real shit.
Hypnotized with hatred.
Yeah, hypnotized with hatred. That's real shit. That's really how it go. Like, I seen it with my own 2 eyes.
Like, what did you see personally? Give me an example.
Like, you feel me? Like, I was a nigga who, like, I got a big heart. You feel me? So I do a lot of shit for motherfuckers. And I seen how you doing hella shit for motherfuckers still at the end of the day, when the first time you don't do something, it's fuck all them times that you did do something. You feel me? So I seen that shit firsthand. I know how that shit go. It's like, I love you. While you doing everything for me, fuck you. The first time you ain't do where you can't do what I want you to do.
Yep. I've gone through that time and time again. It's hard to kind of make friends at one point.
Yeah. Nah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to know who to trust, and
Exactly.
you feel me? It's hard to maneuver, but you got to just, you feel me, peep the vibes, sit back,
Yeah. Well, at one point, you end up signing a solo deal with Interscope.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm trying to figure out what went first, because was that before or after you guys dropped Gangin'?
I think it was, man, bro, the timing.
Right
is
around the
crazy,
same
but
time.
It's similar.
Right around the same time.
It's around the same time. It could have been it was around like the same time.
Around the same
It
time.
might have been before,
Okay.
but it was around the same time, sort of, kind of.
So you went on social media and you announced that you were leaving the group. The first time you said, no, we're not funking. We're just on different terms. Crazy how you make money and create a new life with dudes you call brother. And in the end, they still disloyal.
Right.
And we talked about this in our last interview.
Yeah.
I guess, T.O, you went on social media and said the group was breaking up?
Yeah.
Okay, what was that about?
Some basically some brother miscommunication type shit. Like, you feel me? It's really more, it ain't really even about us. It's more about the niggas around us. Like, it's like, you feel me? We 2 crews, but it's like the niggas around us, like, shit was started to go sour with like niggas around us. So it kind of started like low key putting a little stain on our relationship because we wasn't talking enough. But like, you feel me? Once we talked about that shit and got shit in order. So you feel me? Yeah.
You could see how I'm still was being loyal because I'm still sitting right here after I already, you feel me?
Yeah.
Then already said that some weird shit didn't go on there, but you see, I put the weird shit to the side and still stuck around.
Right. Because in our interview, you said it's still SOB RBE for life.
Yeah, exactly. So you could tell from my energy that it was genuine.
Okay.
Because the first time some shit went wrong, what did I do? I stayed around. I could have just been like, fuck it, off the top and got to tripping. But instead, I tried to make the shit work.
What went wrong? What were you talking about exactly in that Instagram post?
And that situation, the whole reason why I ever even made or went on the internet, period, is because Slimmy B had posted a video on Instagram of this weird ass nigga talking about SOB this and that, but he don't fuck with them RBE niggas. You feel me? So me being me, I'm like, all right, even if it's politics or whatever, it been politics going on and all this and all that, but like, I'm still in a group. I'm still fucking with niggas. I'm still keeping it 200 with the main nigga. So I'm at the end of the day, I'm like, how could you post the next nigga talking about fuck some shit or he don't fuck with some shit that you supposed to be a part of too. So that right then and there let me know, obviously y'all niggas don't fuck with me the same way I fuck with y'all on some weird shit. But after that happened, niggas came, apologized, whatever. So it's like, all right.
Okay, so he apologized for that post.
Yeah, he came and apologized and shit. Like, but yeah.
Did you apologize to him for your post or no?
No.
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 Because you felt it was just a reaction to his.
Yeah.
Okay. But you guys got back together.
Yeah, exactly.
And everything was cool.
We did.
For a while.
What we do? We did Gang in 2.
Gang in
we
2.
did Family Not a Group.
Okay.
We did. And then that last song.
Well, then there's Lul G. So in the summer of 2018, he signed to Def Jam as a solo artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And by this time, you were already signed to Interscope?
Yeah, I was signed to Interscope already.
Okay, you were signed to Interscope. Lul G was signed to Def Jam.
Yeah.
The other two members were just independent.
Yeah, still independent.
Okay. When he signed...
But they could have... But this the thing, too. A lot of motherfuckers be trying to make it seem like that's the reason the group and all this, too, because T.O. wanted to go so that... None of that. It was completely understood throughout all and every single one of us. You feel me? The boy could have signed a deal if he wanted to. Slimmy could have signed a deal if he wanted to. We all could have signed a deal. Some chose to. Some chose to. Some chose not to. Some niggas was in other different positions. You feel me? My uncle, you feel me, had just got killed around the time, like right when I was finna sign my deal. You feel me? And we coming up still. We still in the come up. You feel me? So we wasn't having it like that. But my family, like, you feel me, we not like that, you feel me? But, you know, we got the Section 8 and Grams did everything that she could do. But at the end of the day, you feel me, my uncle was all the way in Atlanta. You feel me? He was living in Atlanta. He had left the Bay Area, you feel me, to get away and get on his money shit. And he was out there doing his thing, you feel me? And he ended up getting killed while we was on tour. And I was just out there, you feel me? So you got to think about it. I'm going through all this shit. This label got money right here on the table. Funerals got to get paid for. Bills got to get paid. It's money on the floor. We going to pick it up.
Yeah. So he signs to Def Jam. And then around September of 2019, he gets arrested and charged for murder. I assume this is still an active case?
Yeah, that's an active case. I don't know nothing about that.
Don't know nothing about that. But allegedly, and I'll just say it, you don't have to comment on it. Allegedly, he killed someone that y'all was cool with. Allegedly, it was over a dice game. And I remember in an Instagram live video, you said, I don't even fuck with Lul G. He did some shit that I don't
fuck with G because before that, even all that shit even had happened, you feel me? That was bro. But he had went on some Twitter. It was some Twitter shit. And real fans know, like, you feel me? We had a little back and forth on Twitter and all that shit. And that's where we had fell out from.
Okay. When all that shit happened, was he still in the group or no?
When what shit happened?
The whole alleged shooting and everything else.
All that shit? Yeah. Oh, I don't know, cause I said at the end of the day, me and him had fell out on some whole other shit. You feel me? Already, way before any of that shit even, I don't know, came up. So.
Okay. So then there was a situation where, you know, and you can kind of fill in the blanks here because I'm a little bit, you know, it seems like a kind of a convoluted story in a way, but there was someone who was close to the group, but wasn't in the group, that was starting to cause some problems. And I guess he had a RBE chain, and there was something about that.
So basically, you feel me, he was this nigga, whatever, old rat ass nigga, you feel me? Before we knew he was a rat.
Is this D Butter?
A rat ass nigga before we knew he was a rat, you feel me?
Okay.
And at the end of the day, so what had happened was, I'm sort of like a visionary, you feel me? So, like I said, we came together in high school. So me being a visionary, I'm like, man, I want to keep this shit together. So let me take one of these niggas who was more on the SOB side and let me, you feel me, let them understand, you feel me, it's all family, it's all one. You feel me? So I had bust him down with an RBE chain. Just so, cause it was looking weird. Like certain niggas got SOB chains, certain niggas got RBE chains. So it was like kind of like even though it wasn't no tension or nothing yet, but from the outside, it was kind of like already looking like a divide kind of thing. But I had an SOB and an RBE chain. The only nigga who had an SOB and an RBE chain. You feel me? And Kara go on later. But anyway, so that was the purpose of that shit, to avoid the type of bullshit that ended up happening anyway. So what ended up happening was, so you got to think from my point of view, that's the reason why, and I did it in the first place, right? So then some bullshit happened. We fall out. He still got the chain though. You feel me? I'm asking these niggas like, what's up with my, you feel me, with my shit? Like, can I get my shit? Like,
You want your chain back?
yeah, I'm like, you feel me? Like, what's up with that?
Because
At the end of the day, I'm a visionary. So I know if it's smoke later on down the line, if you try to come out and say anything like you took this chain or any shit like that, you feel me? So I'm a visionary, which is what ended up happening later on down the line anyway. But anyway, so like I was saying, the nigga had the chain, whatever, niggas don't know, can't never, all this shit, don't know none of all this, can't figure it out, don't know. All right, whatever. So 2 years later, but mind you, it's like, then like I said, the nigga that be in Iraq, that came out later on down the line. Niggas still fucking with the nigga.
Well,
you feel me? On some weird shit.
But that, the alleged cooperation happened when he was like 15 or something like that?
Man, that shit happened when he was about in
15,
11th,
16.
12th grade.
17, 18.
I started thugging in the 10th grade.
Man,
I know little niggas busting heads, 15,
fuck
14.
You old enough to
I don't
hold
give a
gun.
fuck about none of that. If you jumping in this shit, don't matter how
I'm
old
not,
you
no, I'm
was.
not saying, I'm not trying to justify it. I'm just trying to figure out the timeline of
You're
it all.
old enough to tote a gun and be in these streets. You know not to tell.
Are they saying, I mean,
This paperwork dropped already.
right. Well, I remember there was a video with someone posting paperwork.
Exactly. That's
you
already,
were on IG Live.
Exactly. It's already.
And someone was posting. Oh, that was you?
Go look at that.
That was you posting
you can
paperwork.
Go look it up. You can go look it up. It's
Okay.
all out there.
And are you saying that the D Butter cooperated against Lul G?
No names.
No names. Okay, fine. But anyways, there's this dude that's associated with y'all, not in the group, not an SOB RBE, but associated, and he's got an RBE chain, and that's causing some friction.
And so then they go, because niggas clicking up with suckers, weird on some weird shit. So they try to paint the picture like they took this chain. You feel me? Like they snatched it. Yeah, like they took it from me. You feel me? Like, so I'm like, I came here and did the interview with you, and I said SOB, RBE, you feel me? And all the shit was already going on. All that shit was already going on at that same time. So you seen the type of shit that I was on.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, man, bro, at the end of the day, the nigga was on some like some nerd shit, bro.
But he's not in the group. So explain to me how someone who's not even in a group.
Because he posted this shit like he took it, right? So this is my thing about it. So if you posting this chain and shit like you took it and you really didn't take it, how do I defend myself? I gotta tell that this ain't my chain that got took, right? And just so happens that at the same time of me saying this chain just so happened to have something to do with the first time, the reason why I went out and I said I was done with the group in the first place. You feel me?
It was over that same chain situation.
Exactly.
Aha, okay.
You feel me? It was over that same situation, but I was still keeping it cordial. I said the one thing that's gonna make me flash out is if a nigga try to play and act like he took it from me. Like, it'd be cool and all if the shit just disappeared, but if y'all bring it back up and try to act like you did something with it to try and get some fame or some clout from it, then it's gonna be another story. So after that, I took it as, you feel me? Fuck that shit, bro.
Well, I guess what I don't understand is, what did the other members of the group say? Because you got someone who has nothing to do with y'all's money fucking up y'all's money.
Exactly. And then
You know,
peep
on
this,
some
right?
Yoko
And then
Ono
peep this,
Beatles
right?
type
And then
shit.
Peep this,
Like,
right? And then peep this, right? So say for instance this, right? Say for instance, we in a group, right? We doing shows, all this shit, we getting money. If it's a show and you know these certain group of niggas don't get along with these certain group of niggas, you gonna make sure that these certain group of niggas don't come, right? To fuck up shit that's going on. But niggas ain't even have no control to do that. And that's where the shit went wrong. Cause I start feeling like a threat to myself. You feel me? That shit's uncomfortable. I'm not finna be on stage performing with no suckers for no, you feel me, amount of money. Like, you feel me? Like, that shit was getting played out. Like, I'm not finna keep doing this when all y'all gotta do is either stop fucking with the niggas, cause the niggas is snitching, so why are you fucking with them anyway? But anyway, all you gotta do is just stop fucking with the niggas or keep fucking with the niggas. Just don't bring them, like, you feel me? Like, type of weird shit.
right, because you said, why is my enemies not your enemies?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So that's my whole standpoint from it. Like, once it get to a certain point where it's like it's up there and it's like, you feel me? You if the nigga standing like right here on the side of you or something, or do something to me and you still with and you still fuck with this nigga, like, that's some weird shit. Like, I don't fuck with that.
Right, because at one point, I guess you guys couldn't even take people on tour with you
Exactly.
because of that situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then like then it's the thing, like, niggas, like, I'm tired of niggas trying to paint the picture like I'm switching up for some fame or this or some clout, or I give a fuck about any of that shit. Like, fuck out of here with that shit, bro. Like, this shit didn't just, niggas acting like this shit just came out of nowhere. How does it come out of nowhere when 2 years ago I literally did a tweet and did all shit already? So how they do it come out of nowhere and you don't know? And come on, bro, fuck out of here with that. Just don't say nothing at all, but don't try to make it look like I'm lying. Don't try to make me look like a liar and make it seem like I'm just on drugs and I'm trying to motherfucking just get some fame or something. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, that's not no real nigga shit. It's either you gonna stay out the shit, don't say nothing at all, but don't try to nigga paint me and make me fuck up shit I got going on out here.
Well, I mean, like I briefly mentioned while you were talking, it almost reminds me of some Yoko Ono shit. You know?
What's that?
Well, Yoko Ono ended up getting with John Lennon from the Beatles. And then at that point, the Beatles broke up because of her relationship with John Lennon, who was basically the lead singer and main writer of the group. But the two of them were fucking. So unless someone fucking in the group with this dude, I'm assuming that it's not as serious as that was. Like a real, you know, John Lennon went and married Yoko Ono after he left the group. You know what I'm saying? So it goes deeper than just a friendship. Why is a dude that's not in the group fucking up a group that's making a lot of money?
Exactly. This is my thing about it, right? My thing about it is, why can't you just cut the nigga off and not fuck with the nigga? And we could have just kept doing what we was doing.
And who was he friends with?
No names.
What you mean?
Who in the group was that dude friends with?
Fucking
It's not
SOB,
you. Huh?
SOB.
The SOB
Slimmy
side.
D and all them niggas.
Okay. All right.
The
Well,
ones that's rolling Rolls Royces with him.
well, at one point you go on Instagram Live and you just black out. This was around July of this year.
Yeah, that's when them niggas was posting like they took the chain. So really, to tell you the backstory about the shit, I was asleep. I was really asleep doing my shit, you know, focus on some money, doing regular player shit that I do. You feel me? I'm doing me. And then out of nowhere, nigga, I get a text on my phone like, my nigga 19 hit me. He like, man, why these niggas trying to act like they did this and did that? I said, what? Like, they took what? Like, huh? And then I see the shit, and then mind you, like I said, the one thing I said that was gonna make me flash out is if niggas try to play with me like they took this motherfucker. So I'm sleep, just was doing whatever I was doing, wake up, look at my phone, to the one thing that I said gonna make me flash out. You feel me? So I got up, went down to the kitchen, turned the motherfucking live on, and I don't know what else happened after that.
Yeah.
Nigga was fired up.
Yeah, you flashed for
know.
like 40 minutes.
I was fired up. I don't remember what happened till I turned that motherfucker off.
Right. I mean, you called them rats. You said they fuck with snitches. You talked about this whole fake chain snatching. You talked about why is my enemies not your enemies, and a bunch of other shit.
Exactly.
Like you just blacked out, and you knew the effect of doing that. You knew that it was gonna.
Well, to be honest
ripples.
with you, man, bro, a nigga really be, you feel me? At the time, I wasn't thinking about that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was asleep and I just woke up to this shit and I just reacted. Cause if I was thinking about that, I'd have been more strategic.
Right.
You feel me? With certain shit in the way that I was doing and the way I said it and all that. But it was more just straight out of anger, like just straight hot. So
You don't talk to your fiance before making a decision like this?
Man, you gotta think about it. Like, nigga like me, it's like, I ain't no turning me down.
It doesn't matter.
Input.
What I'm saying
turning me
is,
down.
if you have a good woman on your side, and I'm not saying what you did is right or
But
wrong.
at the end of the day, she ain't got nothing to do with it. And she was.
I'm not saying she got nothing to do with it, but you're gonna see if you stay in this relationship over time. It's not a bad idea to run this by someone like this who is completely in your corner, who is completely on your side. When you lose, she loses. When you win, she wins. She's not trying to get anything out of you. She's not trying to go behind your back.
To be honest with you, with a nigga like me, is more like, I'm out here and I'm finna get to this shit, and that's what it is. And however we finna get to this shit is how we finna get to this shit, and you finna rock and you finna roll with a nigga.
No, I got you. How old are you now?
21.
You're gonna learn.
Man,
I'm 47.
We thugging.
I'm
man.
not saying. Listen, man.
We thugging, man.
We've all thugged it out. Trust
You
me.
feel me?
I've been in some fucked up situations myself.
thugging, man.
I've learned over time that before I go and pull the trigger, I'm gonna seek counsel by people who I know have my best intentions at heart. And sometimes I don't take their advice. Sometimes I'll still go and do whatever the fuck I want to do, but at least I'll hear what they have to say. Because they're not the ones that are emotional right now. I am. You see
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
what you're saying. You mean like, so you basically saying like in a time of emotion, you should go to people that's like closer, anybody that's close
Yes.
around you, and just like,
Yes.
what you mean, like,
who's not emotional like I am. I'm not. If me and my friends are all fired up, I'm not going to ask them for advice. I'm going to go to the calm guy. You know.
So you saying like find the person who like on some chill shit.
Stretch is one of the people I go to when I run ideas by him sometimes. Your manager, my friend Stretch, is one of the people that I have called and said, I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think?
He always calls us.
And sometimes he'll say, go for it. Sometimes he'll say, this is not the best idea.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll listen to him and sometimes I won't. But I have called him in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And I have talked to other people. And I'm just saying, it's not going to stop you from doing what you're going to do, but it might give you a different perspective in that very moment, because emotional decisions are usually not the best decisions.
Facts.
That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But I ain't gonna lie, I be off gut though. Like, you feel me?
That's
like
cool.
whatever. Like, you feel me? My gut telling me for real.
Well, I could also tell you that most people in prison are there because of emotional decisions.
Man, I ain't
Not saying that you're going to go to prison. Not saying that. I'm just saying that if you look at the prison system and you talk to 80% of the people that are there, they're there because something happened right then and there.
Yeah, sometimes you feel me, but at the end of the day, sometimes though you gotta do what you gotta do.
But you can still
And
do it.
sometimes when you
You
gotta
can still
go up,
do
you
it.
gotta go
You
up.
can still do it 30 minutes later. I'm just saying, you going on Instagram Live 30 minutes after you did it would not have made a difference in terms of the impact of it. Not to say that you did the right or the wrong thing.
Oh, you saying like if I would have waited some and
There you
then
go.
did it type shit?
Yeah, say, hey, I'm going to call up someone who's not mad right now and say,
Yeah.
I'm about to, this just happened. This
Yeah.
is what I'm about to do. What do you think? They might say, go for it.
Uh-huh.
Or they may say, you know.
I see what you saying. Yeah, sometimes I be calling my nigga YB on some shit like that.
There you
like,
go.
I call my nigga like, man, bro, like,
Yeah.
man, I'm about ready to, man.
Right.
You
Because
feel
you
me?
are angrier than YB is at that moment.
I see what
YB
you're saying.
is just chilling, minding his own business,
Exactly.
and he has your best interest at heart.
be totally-
He's not going
Yeah.
to go tell you to do something stupid.
I see what you're saying.
Not to say it's stupid. It might be the right decision.
Yeah,
but
I see what you're saying.
The older you get,
yeah,
the more you sort of start to understand this.
Nah, I got people around me like that for
That's
sure.
all I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
I know
all
what
I'm
you're
saying.
saying. Yeah, I got people around me like that for sure.
So you go on this whole 40-minute rant, I guess is what you can call it. And then you turn off the Instagram Live. What starts to happen after that? Does your phone start blowing up?
Hell no. I fucking smoked and laid down and went back to sleep.
Okay, but then you woke up at one point.
Yeah, and then yeah, my phone was ringing after that. Like hella motherfuckers saying hella shit.
Okay, did you now by this time Lul G is still locked up, right? Right. Slimmy B and the boy are basically the targets of what you just did on Instagram Live, right?
No.
You didn't talk about them at all.
This is the thing about it, right? I'm talking about the music in a group situation or why the group is over because of this situation. Because there's some real shit going on that a nigga can't be comfortable around.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that was more for me. It was more talking to the bitch ass niggas I was talking to. They know who I'm talking to. And I'm talking to the city because they know what's going on around this motherfucker. And then I was talking to the fans just so the fans can know the real ones. Because I really don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, motherfuckers can think what they want to think. But at the end of the day, I'm the one living this shit. So I'm the one that got to do this shit. But at the end of the day, yeah, I was
Right, because you said fuck them. They tried to discredit me. They all hoes and snitches and bitches.
That's why I'm saying, like, at
SOB
the end of the day,
SOB is some rap entertainment shit.
bro. Listen, at the end of the day, it's like, bro, if we really together, bro, you not finna. If we making money together, right? We making real money together. We taking care of our families together, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like this nigga over here, like fuck this nigga. Then the nigga gets the code too. Super fuck this nigga. But it's fuck that nigga. It's fuck. That's what it would be, bro. Like these my number one. These my niggas. Then number two, like we making history.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, like I said, that's not the question for me because I stayed in the group until the shit was like, you feel me? Not cool. Like, until I felt like, like, you feel me?
Okay. Well, at that point, after that video.
Like, I'm not trying to go to no show and be in a fucking back, even though we glocked up all the time anyway, but I'm not trying to be back here having the possibility of having to get on a nigga. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to show
especially
and show out for the fans. Like,
especially someone who's on
I'm
the
damn
group.
near not even finna make it to the stage because I'm finna have to get on the nigga before I make it to the stage. How many times are you gonna keep doing that? At some point, you gonna just be like, man, fuck this shit.
Okay. Well, at that point, was SOB RBE over? In terms of your involvement in it? After that video?
My thing about it was when I did the video, it wasn't even really specifically, like I said, aimed towards them niggas. It was aimed towards they niggas. But when the shit go down or whatever, they showed what they own.
So they sided with this guy. Okay. That makes no sense. But, I also don't know their side of the story, so I can't really even comment on it. From the outside looking in, it makes no sense because this guy's not in the group.
And he's a snitch.
Because, well, right now, SOB RBE is Slimmy B and the boy, right?
That's SOB.
That's SOB.
Because it's technically SOB because the RBE was you and Lul G.
No,
No?
not Lul G, was me.
Oh, just you.
Yeah.
Lul G SOB.
Oh, Lul G SOB also.
Yeah.
Okay, but my bad. Hard to keep track of all this. There's a lot going on here. Okay. So Slimmy B and the boy dropped a song called Bob Marley. Was that aimed at you?
Man, shit, I don't know. I guess that's some shit you gotta ask them. Niggas,
There's a line in there. My own brothers want to kill me. Are they fake or what?
niggas just, I I don't know
It's just
what type
music.
of shit niggas is
just
on.
music.
Niggas
Well, he
is
didn't.
fucking,
He didn't put your name in it.
Yeah, man, I don't know what type of shit niggas
Okay,
is
well,
on. That's what I'm saying.
Let me ask you a question.
What do
After
you
you
mean by
did,
that?
after you went on Instagram Live,
I don't know
did
what
you and
mean.
Slimmy or the boy actually have a conversation?
Yes.
How did that go?
So after the live, you feel me? I ended up hitting both them niggas. Like, you feel me? At the end of the day, y'all know what time it is with them other niggas, but I don't want to, like, don't have nothing with you two, like, per se, like, you two human beings. You feel me? Like, I wish y'all the best to do y'all thing. You feel me? Nigga hit me back, like, you feel me? Whatever. It was whatever, right? I see a video, my brother, 19, he showed me the video because he had did a little interview. Because, you feel me, D-Boy had did a little interview or whatever talking about niggas don't fuck with no ratatouilles, right? So niggas are trying to make it seem like I'm just lying and I'm making shit up for the fame and the clout and all this shit. So I was really done with the shit. I really could give a fuck after the live and shit. But now, since you want to keep making it seem like this and that, now I'm going to say something about it. And then, on top of that, like I said, my homie 19, he showed me the video of these niggas in LA in a Rolls Royce. You can look this shit up on YouTube. In LA in a Rolls Royce with this nigga, you feel me? Like, with this rat ass nigga, but that y'all claiming that y'all don't fuck with. So how do that work? You feel me? So now I'm taking that as like, so I'm like, you feel me? I'm asking, I'm like, what's up with that? You with that? He like, I asked my nigga D-Boy, I'm like, you with that? He like, nah, you feel me? So I'm like, all right, 200. Like, you feel me? Because like I said, I don't have nothing per se with D-Boy or Slimmy B. You feel me? So I'm like, all right, 200. You feel me? But I ain't fucking with that nigga fucking with that rat. That's weird shit. So I unfollowed him.
Okay.
Right? So then like some months and shit, it's like a week or something go by. Nigga, they dropped that little SOB thing. But this the thing, right? This the thing about it. Cause this how I feel about it. If we not a group no more, if we not making songs or whatever, then let the shit that we did be. You feel me? Let it be, bro. Get your own fucking YouTube channel. Start your own shit. Post your shit on there. Why are you posting this shit on the SOB RBE channel if you don't fuck with RBE? Why are you posting it on an SOB RBE channel where we made all this history on?
Well, aren't
You feel
they
me?
technically the group now? Since you left? And
It ain't no fucking group. Since I left, they SOB. Ain't no RBE in it. So how are you SOB RBE with no RBE?
It's just SOB.
no, I feel you. I mean, I see how it's complicated. But you left and they're still there.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. They picked their side. They did their shit. They doing their thing. Like, y'all want to ride with rats? That's cool. I'm out that shit.
He was never SOB. He was just RBE.
Okay.
Like, you feel me?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
y'all want to ride with rats, I'm out that shit. Period.
He never left the group. He got it.
Period.
I mean, from
SOB RBE is the group. SOB RBE forever gonna be legendary. Forever gonna be the group. Forever gonna be historical.
I guess. I mean,
But T.O left that shit because niggas can't stop fucking with snitches. Period.
from the outside looking in, it just seems like nothing all that serious really happened for this breakup to occur. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got shot. No one lost a bunch of money. No one fucked nobody's girl. Like, I'm trying to see what makes this so serious that you guys would decide to take a winning formula and break it off. Like, there's lots of groups where the members don't get along with each other.
Because at the end of the day, when it's real street shit involved, it's real street shit involved. But we gonna leave the street shit in the streets.
Yeah, because it doesn't play out well in the boardrooms.
Exactly.
And when it comes to booking shows and everything else like that.
Exactly.
Like, promoters don't want to deal with that shit. They don't want to deal with a fist fight before a show. Then their headliners don't go on, and you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a headache for the labels. It's a headache for everybody. Yeah, I mean, this just sounds like a sit down with all three of y'all in the room with no one else around, no cell phones, no managers, no friends, no girls.
I was trying to sit down for like 6 months, bro. And we could never do it. Managers couldn't even make us sit down. Like,
the three of y'all could not get in a room together.
Bro.
This sounds crazy.
Do you see what I'm saying?
This sounds crazy.
You see what I'm saying?
I mean, I got the three of y'all to sit down together.
Do you see what I'm saying?
That was 2 years ago, but.
Do you see what I'm saying, bro?
So if I could get y'all to sit down together, you're open to it?
I don't fuck with snitches and I don't fuck with niggas who fuck with snitches.
So the answer is no. I got the Outlaws back together. Napoleon from the Outlaws and Edie and Young Noble were they had gone into a funk over the Tupac movie, and I was cool with both of them. So I just kept talking to both parties, well, primarily Edie and Napoleon, and I got them to get on the phone together, and then I got them to do their first interview together.
Bro, the thing about it is I wasn't really tripping on them niggas like that. You feel me? But at the end of the day, he let it be known and made it clear that he ain't doing no more songs with me. And
who?
The boy.
The boy.
Yeah, in his little interview or whatever. He made it clear he ain't doing no more songs with me, this and that. The song on his album, that's our last song together, all this shit. So, all right, keep that energy. It's good.
Yeah, but that's that day.
But at the end of the day, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel, bro. It's 200. I'm a real nigga, bro. I don't need you to be nothing but who you are. Show me your true colors.
Well, you dropped Blame 'Em Too. Was that a response record?
Nah.
Nah? Okay. I seen some people make some videos, so I wasn't sure. You know how this goes.
Blame 'Em 2 was a response record to Blame 'Em 1.
Okay. But it had nothing to do.
Yes, exactly.
It had nothing to do with the other.
Exactly.
The
Blame
other
'Em 2 was a response record to Blame 'Em 1.
I mean, even the fans are disappointed.
I'm disappointed. I'm just disappointed as everybody else. Like
you're more disappointed, I'm sure.
Like you got to think about it, bro. You got to think about it like this, bro. We in my garage, bro. Like, you feel me? Calvin Cambridge, all this shit was recorded out of my garage. Like, you feel me? It wasn't that hook, gang, all that shit. You feel me? I'm the one who even told them to make this. I'm the one who orchestrated it. You feel me? Like, I really believed and I love this shit. Like, music is my everything. And I really believed in this shit wholeheartedly. And I was all for this shit. Ready to die for this shit. Whatever about this shit. Nigga, my brother didn't die for this shit. Hella shit going on behind this shit, bro. Like, real life shit. Like,
your brother died over what?
Over this gang shit, man. Tutu land.
Okay. Oh, all y'all got tattoos on? Yeah. What was the situation around
real
that?
Tutu land, man.
What was the situation about your brother?
Shit, man. Some hoe ass niggas, man. Slid through one night. Hit my brother one time and he ain't make it.
Sucker nigga that was with him didn't do shit about it.
Sucker ass nigga that was with him ain't even up his hammer. If he would have upped his hammer, he'd still be here to this day. And that nigga too, the nigga who, if he would have upped his hammer, he'd still be here to this day. They still fuck with that nigga too. He's still in the hood. He's still hanging around. He's still fucking with niggas. They fucking with him still.
No morals apply.
No morals, man.
I'm sorry for your loss. When did this happen? How long ago?
June 3rd.
Of this year?
2017.
Oh, 2017. Okay, so this happened a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Did the dudes who did it ever get convicted or caught or nothing? Just some Vallejo shit, huh? I'm sorry for your loss. How old was he at the time?
People gang calling saying Tutu, man.
16.
16?
Wasn't he 16, right?
He was 16.
Yeah, he had just turned 16.
Fuck. This is your little brother?
Yeah, he just turned 16.
Fuck.
We just finna go on tour too.
Just finna go on tour. Like Lil Sheik, like that's where like Lil Sheik and Tutu, like you feel me? Them was my bros, like for real, my two main niggas for real. And they was like this. You feel me? So once Tutu died, it was like Sheik. He was like what was left. You feel me? So that's why you feel me. I keep that nigga close to my heart at all times. And at the end of the day, that's another situation. That's the thing of the situation too. It's like, you feel me? Like OBM shit, RBE, OBM shit. You feel me? My nigga Sheik, he was a part of this shit too. That's a big part. Like Sheik was in a group. He was like the 5th member of the group, like on the high. And everybody knows that, right? So like the real shit at hand too is like, you feel me? Niggas got into it with my brother over my other brother, Trey, who died. You feel me? They tried to say my niggas, OBM niggas, had something to do with that shit, but they really didn't. And then later on down the line, it had came out, you feel me? Niggas ain't had nothing to do with that shit, but it was already shit that was done pre-hand when niggas thought niggas did. You feel me?
Wait.
So me being a real nigga, I sided with my nigga Sheik.
Wait, you had another brother who
Because
died?
I'm real Tutu man.
Wait, you had 2 brothers who got killed?
Trey got killed too.
You got 2 brothers.
Trey got killed too.
How old was your other brother?
Trey was 17.
Man,
You had a 16 and a 17-year-old brother who got killed. How many kids total?
Nah,
In terms of your...
these are brothers, not about
like we
Oh.
ain't blood, but we.
Oh, okay, I
like,
got
you
you.
feel me? We like.
Okay, I got you.
We since middle school and shit, we've
Okay.
been rocking with each other.
All right, just
The same way.
really
Yeah.
close friends. I got
Exactly.
it. I got it. Okay. You know, and the other 2 members have done interviews.
Mm-hmm.
I think the boy did Say Cheese,
Yeah, say cheese.
and you know, he didn't really go in on you or anything else like that, from what I heard.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, what can you say?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm kind of rooting for you guys to work it out, because from the outside looking in, and I'm sure there's lots of stuff you're not telling me on camera, but from the outside looking in, you don't always, like I'm older, man. I'm 47. And a lot of times when you get success, you think you could just duplicate it again, right? Well, I did it once, I could do it again. And sometimes that's true, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes there's a certain magic with all the people involved that can't be duplicated on your own. You can't just replace certain people and put them back in and think that it's going to work a certain type of way. You know, I'm sure, you know, when Dame Dash was, you know, broke things off with Jay-Z, Dame Dash was like, you know, well, fuck it. You know, I helped discover Jay-Z. I'm the one who signed Kanye. I brought Cameron on board. I could just do this all over again. And it didn't work out that way. While Jay-Z just kept
But then
going.
you got some people who will live their life miserable for money, and you got some people who gonna live their life genuine and real and don't give a fuck about the money, and whatever come.
That's true. But I'm not talking about just the money. I'm talking about the actual success. Like the songs
but
you guys
success,
had.
like that's what I'm saying. That like, what do you consider success? Like,
Well, the songs that SOB RBE put together are successful songs.
right.
And it ain't like you were the only one in the group
Right.
that was shining.
Right.
Like there are songs that you're not on at all
Right.
that are the big songs of SOB RBE. Right? You can't deny that.
Yeah. I ain't on Calvin Cambridge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not on that at all. And that's one of SOB RBE's biggest songs. In fact, it's the second biggest song.
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone on Paramedic?
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone on Anti?
Me and Slimmy B.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Everyone sort of has their...
Everybody brought equal talent to the table.
That's
Ain't
what I'm
no
saying.
one man above the other one.
Right. So what I'm saying is everyone plays a part, and all the parts together are bigger than the individuals alone, right? All the parts together are creating something new.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say the individuals can't have their own success, but that group is special. So, like I said, before we get off this part here, I'm personally hoping that whatever could be done for y'all to sit down together, because if you haven't even sat down together, then I could see why we are where we are right now. But if you guys could sit down together and, you know, there's no cameras, there's no phones, there's no whatever, there's no other people chipping in, you know, the 3 of y'all just talk, I feel like something positive can come out of that. Or maybe the decision is like, all right, you know, we like the way things are going now with you being solo, the two of them being SOB and so forth, and maybe that's what y'all decide on. But at least y'all can agree to disagree, as opposed to where we are right now.
I think we agreed to disagree.
Yeah? You guys have agreed to disagree at this
We
point.
agree to disagree.
But you guys aren't talking.
We don't have to talk to agree to disagree.
Okay, fair enough. All right, fair enough. Like I said, man, I interviewed 3 of y'all last time. Now I'm interviewing just you. So
Exactly.
RBE.
yeah, now I'm just RBE. I'm doing RBE right now. Well, I mean, and the catalog is still there though. The catalog is still getting streams.
Still gonna go crazy. It's
Yeah.
still legendary. Still hot shit.
Yeah.
But that whole album though was recorded out of my garage though. Do know that.
Did things change when you left your garage and started doing big studios and stuff like that?
Definitely. That was one of a big issue I feel like that fucked shit up for
Yeah.
sure.
Being in
Like
studios.
I think we all agree on that. Even D-Boy say that in his interviews too. We all agree on that. Like, you feel me? Like, if we would have stayed in that garage, a lot of shit would have turned out differently.
Since last time Nipsey Hussle got killed, and you said that actually
RP
affected
the
you.
GOAT, man. The God.
Did you know him at all?
Yeah, I knew Nipsey.
Yeah, I've interviewed him before,
Mhm.
and we've run into each other a few
Yeah.
times. Good
Man,
dude,
Nipsey
man.
was, bro, I ain't gonna lie, since I was a little kid, like, that's the reason, like, Nipsey Hussle, like, he was one of the main reasons why I even started rapping, became a rapper, even, you feel me, got to where I got into rap music. You feel me? Like, that independent hustle, that mindset, just running them laps, them marathons, keep going, keep pushing, don't even trip off the numbers, fuck the numbers. It's about the underdog, we gonna keep going. You feel me? Stay solid. Nip got killed from a snitch, right?
Mhm.
So
Right.
at the end of the day, I'm standing on that. I don't fuck with snitches. And that's an even bigger reason right there. You just hit it on the nail.
Yeah. But like I had said in the very beginning of the interview as well, and you have to keep this in mind about Nipsey's murder, because the people who live have to learn the lessons from the people who didn't make it. Nipsey was hanging out in a neighborhood where he was the richest guy there, without a bunch of massive security and people between them and everything else like that. Like you wouldn't see Jay-Z hanging out in Marcy Projects.
I ain't gonna
with no
lie, bro.
security.
I really feel like that was just some dumbass fluke ass shit, bro. I know Nip man, them niggas move heavy on hood. Them
They
niggas move
do.
heavy.
They do when they move to other areas.
So,
but
then you got to think about it too. At that shop right there, you feel me? The police and all that shit. You know, the police every time pulling the nigga out, fucking with a nigga, all that shit. So,
Yeah.
homie couldn't just have it on him. And it just so happened, you feel me? Somebody wasn't right there with the.
I got it. I mean,
it was just one of them situations,
right,
bro.
but-
Just trying to pull up right quick, help somebody out,
Yeah.
get up out of there.
No,
Like,
I got it.
You feel me?
I got it. I'm just saying.
You know how many times, but you right though. But you know how many times he was right there and he was good, and the nigga probably would have tried something. What would have happened?
It only takes one time though. You could be cool 99%.
Exactly, but
99
see,
times.
but listen, if you didn't have niggas that was fucking with these snitch ass niggas and they stuck to the code, and these niggas couldn't come around like it should have been in the first place, you wouldn't have these type of situations.
Right. Well, he allegedly called him a snitch, and he said you can't be around here.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the story with Shitty Cuz. And you know, I read through the transcripts and everything else like that. I mean, it's an ugly, stupid, wasteful, tragic situation. Listen, I was in LA when that happened. You
Yeah,
felt
me
the
too.
sadness. You felt
Me
the
too.
sadness in the
Nigga,
city.
I was crying.
Yeah. I teared up.
I was crying. my
I
nigga.
teared up. It was a sad
I was
week,
crying.
man. Driving around, just
I was in LA too. I was ready to go find a nigga myself.
Yeah, well, he was on the run. Police were gonna find him first. Yeah, but you know, you have to look at that situation and say, what can I do differently to make sure that this doesn't happen to me? Like, for example, the one thing I learned, because I don't hang out in the hood like that. You know, I used to do interviews on people's blocks and everything. I don't do that shit anymore. You got to come to my studio. But the one thing that I learned from that experience is how serious it is to insult somebody when you are at a higher level than they are, right?
Exactly,
if
because
one
they look
millionaire
at
calls another
everything you
millionaire,
say different. They look at everything you
They
say
look at everything
different.
different, right.
Like it's like the same thing. Like say for instance, like we could have been homies, right? And now but this is with the weird niggas though. Like the genuine homies ain't like this.
Yeah.
But you got the certain niggas like all right. Say for instance, if I had cracked the made a little joke like, damn nigga, you still got them same shoes on? Like
Right.
you feel me? It'd have been nigga, we be joking this and that. But if I say something simple like that, now that I got some, or you looking at me different, like I got some money, because I'm still the same nigga, but you looking at me different. So when I say it,
Yeah.
you taking like I'm speaking down on you, even
Right.
though I could have been joking,
Right.
literally just
But you could
kicking
afford
shit like always.
You could afford a new pair of sneakers. That may have been the only sneakers that he has.
But what I'm saying is on some gang shit. Like what I'm saying is like literally like nigga, we like it'd be the same nigga you share sneakers with. Like if out of all the people, I'm the nigga that could say that to you, and
Right.
you know I'm playing around, right? That's what I'm saying on that shit. But even what you saying, like that could be like on something like even if you try to tell somebody something to just help them, try to get them some advice, they'd take it as, oh, you think you better than me? Like if you just say, hey man, I ain't gonna lie, I think you should get some sleep. Like you look, you feel me? Anything. It could be anything. Like you feel me? You tell somebody like, hey, you got some crust in your eye. Like
Man,
you
listen.
feel me? Anything.
No, man, it's sad and it's tragic, and you know I shed tears over it. You know, I was a fan of his music. I did a very deep interview with him.
Yeah, I watched that shit.
Yeah. I had run into him. We've had conversations. We were actually supposed to do another interview.
Bro is inspirational.
He's
Like you see what I'm
inspirational.
saying? That's why
He has murals.
But that's why I mean by like I say that because it is, right? So we was in the studio. Like the first time I met him, we was in the studio. We was I forgot what that studio called, but it was out here in LA. We was in the studio and I had seen him like standing like in the doorway, right? But I'm like, I see tall and I just see he had a hat to the back and I see the braids. I'm like, oh shit, that's Nip. I'm like, bro, I know that's Nip. Like, so I go back in the studio. I keep walking though. I don't even say nothing to him or nothing. I just keep walking. I go to the studio. I go tell my manager, you feel me? I'm like, hey, bro, I think Nipsey in that other room over there. I'm trying to talk to him. Like, you think you could get me to talk to him? Like, me didn't want to talk. He's like, you feel me? I said, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm juice, nigga. I'm like, Nipsey in the same stool as me? Like, you gotta understand, like, this is a motherfucker I look up to, like, idolize. So we get into the studio. I'm recording. My manager walk up the stairs, bro. And out of nowhere, I look and I just see this tall ass nigga with this white shirt and these red shorts on. And look, I'm like, nigga, I take the shit off. I walk over there. I'm like, shake hands. And I'm like, whatever. I'm like, let's get a picture, bro. He like, yeah, bro. He like, I fuck with your shit. I fuck with your shit heavy, bro. This and that and this. I'm like, yeah. He like, yeah, bro. This, that, and this. I fuck with your shit. I'm like, man, bro, I need you on something. He like, I'm at the studio downstairs. You feel me? Come down there and fuck with me. So, nigga, I probably recorded the verse that I was doing in about 2 minutes. Knocked that shit out right quick. Ran downstairs. Nigga was going through my phone like, fuck, I need to find a song. Like, any song. Like, I need to find one. I was going through all my songs trying to find one for this nigga. So then we get up in the lab. I play him the song. He like, yeah, bro, I really fuck with your shit. He like, Lauren had put me on your shit. I'm like, yeah. He like, yeah. I'm like, man, that's dope as fuck. But I remember she had posted like a song on my mama tape like a while ago. So he had told me that shit. And I'm like, that's legendary. Then he like, man, bro, like, I don't like, he go out his way though. Like, you gotta understand this Nip. Like, I'm believing everything he's saying, but he still go out his way to say, nah, bro, let me pull my phone out and let me go on my playlist. And he showed me my songs on his playlist. Like, bro, I really slap your shit, like, for real. He like, bro, you got that shit. Like, he like, stay focused. Like, he like, you, like, where he like, you moved out here? I'm like, nah, I'm still in the V or whatever. He like, in the Bay, like, bro, you gotta get out the Bay. Like, you gotta come down here. Like, you gotta leave the Bay. Nigga, bro, I'm telling you, he was just like giving me game, like, and just telling me like I had it and all this shit, like I could do it, all this shit, bro. So, nigga, right after that, we go to the hotel, me and my female. I'm like, man, this nigga Nip just told me I gotta move to LA. I'm like,
That's the reason you moved?
next day, no. It was 2 weeks. 2 weeks after that, I was apartment shopping around this motherfucker. Still had my spot in the Bay too though, but like just cause Nip said I'm finna get a spot out here too. Fuck it. Like, you feel me? And then I start fucking around out here and then you feel me? Like, so I attribute that.
Yeah,
you feel me? And me coming out here, just having that apartment out here to be able to go back and forth and shit like that, that shit was freeing a nigga mind. Like, so I always give respect due to that nigga, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's right. I moved out the Bay. We would not be having this interview right now if I stayed in the Bay.
Man.
It's great. E40, I think, is the only artist who actually stayed in the Bay and managed to blow up.
But he didn't stay in the Bay.
Yeah, no, he moved around.
Like, yeah, he might have been.
But his whole base
in the Bay,
was always in Black Hawk or wherever he stays.
Wherever
which is
he
the
at.
Bay.
But yeah.
But even
his home. You can have a home, but you still gotta move around.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Too Short moved to Atlanta for a while.
Yeah.
Then Too Short lives in LA now. You know, I'm trying to think who else. Big Bay Area artist. You know, E40 stayed. You know, you moved. This is what I'm saying. I moved because the Bay just doesn't have the industry of an LA or New York or Atlanta. And Nip gave you some great fucking advice.
Exactly.
Yeah. But you still live in LA. So as you can see, that advice worked out. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, man. And I don't want anyone to somehow misconstrue this as I'm like criticizing anything that he's doing or anything else like that. Nipsey lived by his own ideals, by his he was a man of his word. He was a man of principles. You know, he had a send off as big as Michael Jackson's.
Exactly.
And
you know why?
And he didn't even have any hit songs.
And you know why?
Like, he didn't have any big radio songs.
Why? Because he stood at every time, no matter when a nigga was paying attention or somebody wasn't paying attention. He stuck to everything he believed in at all times.
Yeah.
So when he died, what's gonna happen? The mirror gonna show. Realest nigga.
Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, man. I was a fan. Great music, great message. You know, I'm sorry that he left behind 2 children and Lauren and his family, his parents and everything else like that. Very, very fucking sad, you know, but I do still stand by what I said, is that you got to look at that situation and you got to say, I'm going to keep that in mind.
For sure.
Where, in terms of where I hang out, and I'm going to keep that in mind in terms of how I speak to people, you know, and how I deal with people, especially people who have a lot less than me. I got affected by it. I know that I've held my tongue more with people because, let me tell you.
So by you making that point right there, sounds like you're telling me the reason why I removed myself from a situation that would have me in all those predicaments you was just talking about.
There you go.
I'm
there you
not
go.
wrong.
If you wanna apply those principles to your own situation, then I think that's a good move right there. You know, I don't want to be around. You know, listen, man. After high school, I said that I'm not going to be around nobody that I don't like anymore. You know, in high school you have to be, right? You got no choice. Y'all in this little closed environment and you hate them motherfucking. Y'all got into a fist fight 3 weeks ago and you got to see him the next day. As adults, you don't got to do that shit. You just don't. You could be wherever the fuck you want to be with whoever the fuck you want to be with, and you could remove yourself from situations. You could remove other people from situations and so forth. And you know, if that's how you want to interpret it. I was
16.
Yeah.
I'm 21 now. I'm
Exactly.
just now turning to an adult. So now you see the point I'm at. I don't want to be around none of that shit.
I feel you. And you're still engaged to your high school sweetheart. Any marriage plans? This year? Next year?
It's coming for
It's
sure.
coming. She's not pressuring you over that shit? No?
No pressure, bro.
Okay. And
Never
there was a line where you said, I just want to thank my girl, always be my best friend, because without her, I'd be in jail or a dead man. Which song was that?
Blame him.
Blame him. Blame him 2 or blame him?
No, let's blame him 1.
Blame him 1, yeah. It's a great line. And I think there's a lot of truth in that.
Nah, for sure. Because at the end of the day, you feel me? I come from the block doing whatever I was doing and go pull up on her and forget about it.
Vibes.
Yeah, man, having a good woman in your corner, there's absolutely nothing like it. I don't care how close your male friends are. That
sure.
right woman in your
That's
corner.
what I say. That's my best friend. You feel me? For life.
There is absolutely nothing like that. Nothing. You know. Well, Yhung T.O, man, I appreciate you coming in. A lot has happened since last time. We'll see what's going to happen in the future. But, you know, as I look through your solo shit, you know, it's no joke. You know, Excuse Me is at like 16 or 17 million at this point. Blame 'Em is like 9 million. Sliding is at 6 million. Ruthless is at 4 million. And that's just Spotify alone. I'm not even checking the other numbers. So it looks like your solo shit is working out. And it looks like you got a big future ahead of you.
Yeah, man. I got a new album finna drop. Jupiter coming out. Thugged out right now. For those who don't know, you go get that shit.
That came out in August.
Yeah, it came out in August. But I got a new album coming out called Jupiter though.
Right. And that's you on the cover of Thugged Out?
Yeah, that's me
as
as
a
a
little
kid.
kid?
That's me when I was young, you feel me? I used to have this show called Margaritas in Vallejo, like on every what was it? Every Wednesday, Thursday? Every Wednesday, huh? Like yeah, every Wednesday. So I used to have this like show like when I was like 8, 9, somewhere around there at this little restaurant called Margaritas. They had this venue like in the back of the restaurant with a little stage and shit. So we used to have everybody like if you did music, he had came before I even knew who this nigga was. Like he ended up coming through there one time on some random shit. Like hella motherfuckers like from the V and little different shit than came through before like on some young shit. But that picture was taken there though. You feel me? So like I was just showing like you feel me as a little kid like me. I was already seeing this shit. Like I've been trying to do this shit.
Right. And you just put the face tattoos on.
Yeah, exactly.
Just photoshopped them on.
Exactly, on some slime Lil Wayne shit.
Right. One of the Carter albums.
Yeah.
Right. So the new album is called what again?
Thugged Out, and then...
No. I mean, the one that's coming.
Yeah, and the one that's coming called Jupiter.
Jupiter. Why Jupiter?
Jupiter, because I'm a Sagittarius.
Okay.
And that's my planet. So then I just never walk on Earth.
Okay. Any collabs on Jupiter?
Shit, I might have my nigga 1-9 on there, but I got another album coming out right back to back after that called Anxiety is Woke. And that album is gonna have R&B Peasy on there. I got my nigga Lul G on there. So yeah, I'm just working.
Right, because it doesn't seem like you're trying to chase all the big features and all the other type of shit.
Nah, not really. I'm just doing me, bro. I'm just doing my shit.
Yeah, man. And that's, I don't know, when you look at all the best albums out there, they're not the ones that have, you know, half the songs with features.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Plus, with my music, like I don't even write my shit. I just go straight in. So I be trying to tell a story. Like you feel me? Like if you listen to it, it tell a story. It's authentic. You feel me? It's just straight from the heart. Like if you listen, like you feel me? That's why I don't like to be doing too many features either, because music is like therapy for me. So when I get on the mic, like all the shit that I'm going through, I get to release it. Like, and then I listen back to it and it like give me vision. Like it show me like what I should do, what I need to do. Like if I ain't recorded in hella long or if I don't got a lot of songs, like I feel blank. Like I won't know like what position, what should I do in life. I feel lost. But then when I just record music, like hella music, it just show me my purpose, like what I'm supposed to be doing, where I'm supposed to be going. I see something for myself. Yeah,
well, I remember there was an interview with Nipsey that we had posted on our YouTube channel. You know, DJ Charisma was the one that sent it to me. And he was talking about, I believe, the Victory Lap album. And he was saying that when he looked at all the greatest songs, you know, over time, you know, not even hip hop songs, whether it's like Adele or Michael Jackson or whoever, or Nas or Jay-Z, the one thing that they all had in common was honesty.
Exactly.
Really, from my experience, it's the intention. It's like you lose it immediately if you go into a creative space with a business intention. You lost it. You can still succeed with the business intention and make a product that succeeds, but the art value's gone immediately. And it's like to check your intentions going into the album and bring what you learned from all your other shit to it and say as challenging as it's gonna be and as much as I'm gonna be tempted and pressured to create under these pressures of like a radio hit or making it a song that millions of people can consume and relate to, I ain't want to have them intentions because I learned from my last shit. I've tried that and it's always visible. It's always present in the music. You can't not hear it when you listen to somebody's shit. You can hear their intentions. You can hear what they trying to do. So if you come to it with like the intention of I want to tell the truth, I want to inspire people, I want to entertain, and I want to like raise my aesthetic and my effectiveness in just expressing what I'm trying to get off, the records come out different.
That there's none of these songs ever do what they do because they're trying to follow a trend, or
Exactly.
they fuck with that hot producer right
Exactly.
now, or they got that hot dude on the hook.
And that's what I be on. Like, you feel me? I just make music based upon how I'm feeling. That's why I don't even write it down or nothing. I just listen to the beat and I just go straight in, just off how I'm feeling, just raw emotion and just pure honesty, truth.
Yeah. Well, Yhung T.O, man, appreciate you reaching out, for this interview.
Hell
as
yeah.
soon as I got that DM, I'm like, hell yeah. Let's do this shit. We'd already done one before with the rest of the group. Let's do the solo one.
And long live my nigga Taylor, man. You already know, little shit, Glow Money shit, big RBE shit.
Yes, sir.
From the L's to the Blues to the Sevens.
Until next time, man. Wish you all the best.
For sure.
Peace.